Hello everyone, this is Daryl20 and welcome to episode 3 of ATM to the Sky. Today, I've got my psyllium spores in my inventory and I'm ready to put them to good use. Last episode, we wrapped up wanting to make witch water. So if we check our quests here, in chapter 1, I should have gotten the Bring on the Void, which means witch water is in my immediate opportunity realm to make. So what I want to do probably is make a couple of barrels, which should be good. Cool. And then we're going to take these barrels and load them up here. Now I think, if I'm not mistaken, that my psyllium should spread. Let's get the watering can, which I feel like I should have one of. Didn't I have a watering can? Wasn't I gifted a watering can at the start of this series? Yes, but where did it go? Is this thing in here? It is. Good. Love that mod. There it is. Found it. Ha! That is like such a handy thing for somebody like Dyer, who very easily loses track. Love the watering can. Such a lovely little feature. You know what? I would like 2 more barrels, please. Perfect. Cool. And then what we'll probably want here is a 2x2 of water. Do I have 2 buckets on me by chance? Probably not. Let me trash you and you, because I don't need you at the moment. We'll get a bucket. And for now, this is going to have to be a little manual. But, like, in the future, it will be much less manual. Are you guys maybe a little bit too much? You know what I could do? Let's do this. You know what I'm going to actually do is this. So that this can be the water basin-y bit. And then that's cool. And then if I did one more, that would be perfect. Now I think I noticed that, there it is. I don't know exactly how to make that happen, but I will take it. Cool. And then if I'm not mistaken, soul sand is just sand and witch water, right? We can also get netherrack, but if it's in here, it'll be sand become soul sand. Ooh, that's a thing. Apparently, compressed blocks works, which is kind of cool. That is really kind of awesome, actually. Has that ever been the case, that compressed blocks work like that? Witch water? Nope, got water. How do I get witch water? There we go. Hooray, witch water. And then you're telling... Ooh, that's cool. And then we got a bunch of soul sand. That is super cool. How cool is that? Right? So that completes you guys and you guys. Which also, I do now remember that I should make sure that you spread. You know what I might do is I might remove these guys just to let the mushroomy things happen. Because mushrooms will grow, right? And then that would be neat. I'm on board with that. Spread! Good, and that works that way. Perfect. Cool. So that's most of chapter 1 complete here, right? There's a few other things like, freeing the mobs and doing some of this stuff, doing some of this stuff. How do we get endstone exactly from witch mortar barrel mixing? So it's lava plus glowstone dust equals endstone. That ain't terrible. We'll just need a stone barrel for that. And then that we can sieve into ender pearls. Even with string mesh, I have like a not terrible chance. We should probably upgrade our meshes. That's like going to be a high priority for today. We should probably sleep through the night, and we should probably look at like a feral flare lantern style thing to make sure that we're cool. So my plan for today is I really want to get things going. Oh, did you see I died? I totally died. Did I say what happened? I literally stepped away from my desk for a minute, like barely a minute. And it just so happened Phantom spawned, and I was standing like over here, and they knocked me into the lava. And then I died in the lava, and then my grave overwrote the lava. I was very angry at the Phantoms. I came back to, I have no more lava, and I'm dead. Luckily, making lava is not hard at this point for me, so did that, and we were fine, but like, pretty funny. Thought you guys would get a kick out of that. Was definitely a thing that happened. Oh good, I have more of you, which is cool. You can go in there. I really want to spend like the iron for another chest right now. With all this stuff in it. Is there anything I can get like rid of that I don't necessarily need to keep? I mean, cooked silkworms are food, so I'm gonna take them out and have them available to me. And then everything else I probably want to hang on to, except maybe the leaves. I'll call that a block, just so I can rationalize putting in this chest instead of the other one. And then we can get rid of these barrels for a minute. Growing more trees, as you can see. Should probably get an axe at some point. We'll get there when we get there. Definitely want leather. I do have a couple cows that have started wandering around. But the next thing I want to do is improve this system. So priority 1 for me will be expanding once again with you guys. So right from here, we'll do a 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And I don't have an exact design in place just yet for what like I want this island structure to look like. We'll probably evolve as usual organically over time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can move these dudes. I really should make an axe. Let's make an axe. But out of cobble. If you get used to the fact that the stuff stays in there, it's not the end of the world. That said, meh. Are you guys ready to make more of these? Because I want like 16 more, right? Is that right? Well, that's 3, so we're close. Gonna definitely need more oak. Yay, magnets. I'm just haphazardly placing saplings around for now. We'll make like an island for this or something at some point. But look how much better my base is already looking just from doing that. That'll be 24, and I'm just short a slab. I'm always short slabs, to be fair. Because I hate them in my inventory, so I avoid them, and then when I need them, I don't have them anymore, so I have to make more. Let's get more meshes, too, because I think I have a ton of string. And if I don't, I can definitely do the silkworm thing to get more. Well, it's going to be 7. Definitely need more string. Uncooked silkworms, please. One thing about when Minecraft added the thing where you can like duck. Yeah. Not sure how much I love that mechanic anymore, if I'm being honest. I mean, I like it, but it had the unintended side effect of making like the growing trees thing like that really annoying. Only by virtue of the fact that, like, you always wind up getting stuck under the thing. Alright, can we all just fall now, please? That would be cool. Now we're cooking. And how about you Silkworm over here now? That'll be good. Sweet. Now, what was the deal? Do crooks matter for silkworms? I know you need crooks to get silkworms, but, like, do you need the crook to get the string? I'm gonna say yes. Yes, you do. Is there a better crook? There's the bone crook, but I'm not gonna waste bones on that. That'll do. I guess my extra saplings could go towards making dirt. Never hurts. Alright, so we do need the crook. Right? We'll give that a few more minutes to infest. I love the infested leaf mechanic. It's an underused mechanic where, like, something spreads from one block to the other. I think it's just neat to kind of see how it grows like that. Remember my old goo mod? That thing got, like, 0 traction. Nobody liked it. I thought it was super cool, but nobody ever played with it. But it was a cool mod where it, like, the goo consumed the world. Anybody remember that? It was, like, not at all popular. Nobody used it. But I thought it was cool. I was hoping somebody would, like, build a mod pack around it, but nobody ever really did. And Dire ain't got time for that. So now that we've got the foundational stuff set up, let's move this over to here. This is going to be my sieving island, right? So, like, right in the center. You'll do this. Cool. And then we need like 9-ish more, which we can do once we get more string from our silkwormy trees. Cool. And at some point I'll build like an island dedicated to that, but we'll, as usual, get there when we get there. Is that enough, you think? Yeah, I went through all the trouble of making the stuff, might as well. Oh, you're broken. I'm like, why isn't this thing doing the thing that it should be doing? Cool. Alright, so then mesh, this should be what, 7? And then we need 2 more. 1, 2, and then that can upgrade. That got me 6. I'm going to need a little bit more flint. Luckily, not hard to come by. And that should be cool. Now what I think would be neat, could I do a simple compacting drawer these things. Would that be cool? I feel like that would be cool. Let's try that. Simple compacting drawer. That's going to need a piston though, right? Yes. So let me get a little bit of you and a little bit of you. We'll start this with like 8 of them. And what's this? Clear grid? Okay, that's what I want. Yeah. And then we're going to want a functional drawer. Let's do this so we can get 8. If I did this, that's 8, right? Cool. Simple compacting. Needs a little cooked stone, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then a little bit more iron, but I think we can probably manage that. Just, we're going to want to be a minute. But what we could start with is just the 1 for iron and see if this works. Because that would be cool, right? Because then if I can, like, standing over there, I can just double click on the thing to clear my inventory. And that would make sorting and organization easier. And because of the way functional storage works, we can have drawers on different islands with one master, like, control node thing. Would that be, I feel like that would be a cool way to do it, and probably a little different than I normally do. Hopefully enough so that you guys are like, yes, this is different. Cool. So then we do something like this. Right, now iron's a bad example because we don't have enough iron yet. But if we took like gold, aha, see? Like that's what I'm thinking. We definitely need a feral flare lantern. Do we have any of those? 1 glowstone, 2 gold. We have glowstone, right? And some glass. So if I stuck you, this is the center point, right, of the island. Now, how do I get you to go under that? That is the million-dollar question here. Nope, not quite what I'm looking for. There's like a way to make you place under. We did it a second ago, and I don't know the trick. Like, what do I need to look at to make you go under? Not that. All right, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I don't know if it's like, oh, that it. Cool. All right, so this is the center point. So I really want you here, right? And then you should spread out to everything. And that'll be a good starting feral flare, just to avoid any possible mob spawns over here. Cool. So then this thing could be like that, right? And then we just have more of those for the different types of things that we're getting. See, speaking of mob farm type bad news. Ah, see? That's what happened. Out of here, bad guys. I'm going to make another one of those and stick it in the middle of my house. And that would hopefully cover the whole island. Possibly. I'm not sure if this will cover the island or not. But if I do that, hopefully it will. We'll find out together. It's an adventure we're on. Alright, so you're going to go in here. That should be cool. And then we'll also do things like some of the dusts and whatnot. We'll do similar over there. But that'll basically be like our resource generation island, right? We'll sieve everything over there, and it'll be cool, and yada, 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 etc., etc. Deal? I think so. I think that's how we're going to play it. That'll be Resource Gen Island. And then we'll put like even some furnaces and stuff over there to cook up all the resources. And then eventually we can automate it. Eventually. So let me actually clean up my inventory real quick because like I need more stuffs. And I ain't gonna have enough stuffs for long. Did I talk about always voiding this? What I really need is leather, so I can make a backpack, because I am very used to being able to hit B. So we do have the backpack mod that I like, sophisticated backpacks. That is cool. Leather can come from... drying basin of rotten flesh. That's about it. Basically, rotten flesh in a couple different ways. We will need zombies and whatnot. I know I just made the whole island light, so like that's counterproductive to getting zombies, but it's fine. Alright, clean up as much inventory as I can. I should create some kind of like tools chest. Maybe I'll do that real quick. Just to put stuff like you in. And this is where like you're gonna go, and you, and you, and you, and you, and all the other tools type stuff that I don't necessarily need. So that, you know, I eventually can go find them when I do need them. Cool. And I'm going to put you in the mob drops chest for now because I also don't necessarily need this in my inventory. That's good. So now I can take you and we can go sieve a bunch of this stuff. And this should be like a really nice and fast sieving process, especially with the magnet. That's awesome, right? So my next task here will be get some basic resources so we can expand further and use them towards making automations. And the drawer system I'm developing will benefit me in the long run because what will eventually happen, right, is I'll do something like this, right, but it'll be a controller. And the controller will have an insert for any of these things and then an extract for any of these things that goes straight into ore processing. Right? So even though like right now it's just going to make it easier for me to do stuff, in the future it will be even better on account of the fact that like it's the exact same thing I'm using for the automations, right? Like it's not like I'm wasting my time doing this. Cool. All right, so now with you cooking, let's put you, and you away because I think that's where I've been storing you guys. Lots of the flints. And now, you guys are all going to go in here. We're definitely going to probably need like at least 9, but we're probably going to be in the 10 to 12 range, and that's excluding these guys. So we're going to need like a lot of compacting drawers, though in fairness, a lot of this doesn't need to be compacted, or a lot of this does. So I'll probably only make compacting drawers for these guys, and then not compacting for these, at least for now. I will eventually upgrade them compacting when I want to, but like no urgency there, you know what I mean? So with all this being cool now, and all that being cool, I should be good to make more compacting drawers, right? At least 7 of them. Sweet. I think we're going to want at least 2 more. Maybe 4 more. Gonna need more redstone before I actually do that. So let's make sure that all the things that I'm like most interested in have a compacting drawer over there. And then we're gonna need to look at making like the locking drawer things and all that, right? And the linking. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Right? And then you can be in there. Let's make sure that this is like somewhat intelligible for a moment. Like iron's going to be important, right? This was what? This was aluminum, which is probably not as important. Nickel, zinc, tin. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put tin right next to copper because that kind of makes sense in my silly brain. I'll put nickel next to iron because that kind of makes sense in my silly brain. Osmium's always a great resource to have a bunch of. And then zinc or lead. What do I care more about? Probably lead. And that's cool, right? And now in terms of like making you and you, we're gonna need diamonds and emeralds, right? So emeralds come from, what was it, iron tier sieving of gravel? Yes. And diamonds is the same, I presume. So that tells me we're gonna want to get a bunch of iron, right? And get it upgraded. When I miss silver as well, but that's okay. We'll get 2 more drawers and we're good. That's exactly how much redstone I have. I'm just putting that out there. So if I made 2 more simple compacting drawers, we'd be done here. I'm going to do that. Simple compacting drawer times 2. Simple compacting drawer times 2. And then I know we're going to have more in the future. Don't do that. Nobody wants that. Right? And that's cool, right? So now, when I sieve, I can just insert things into the drawers. I don't have the controller yet, but I will soon. So let me spend a few minutes off camera sieving. Okay, we're gonna do this. And that should be 2 stacks of cobblestone 1x. Actually, that's a lot of stacks of cobblestone 1x. Cool. That's 3 stacks of cobblestone 1x, which I will hammer. I will get gravel and dust for, so I can get redstone and whatnot. The focus will be iron, so I'll probably like primarily do. Let me do this, and then I want my stick thingy. Let me make another one of these because I know I'm gonna need it. See, told you I'd need it. Cool. And there's all the gravel that I want, right? And now I'm going to go step this off camera, back in a few. I just want to note, this is working very beautifully. Loving it. I do have an inventory full of gravel, so that's why not everything's getting in there. But, like, it'll get there in a minute once I finish. This is going really smoothly. I love this. Super good. And then these will all be upgraded to iron soon. I'll double check that there's nothing I need flint for, and if there is, I'll just make like a separate flint dedicated dude or something. Cool. Okay. So then if I come over here, I should be able to do this. Cool. Look at how good that is, right? And then we add like some other functional storage drawers. I probably don't want those, but I could probably do with like these and these, but then more of this, please. Oops, I'm supposed to be that. So you could do that properly, right? I thought about doing a vein mine, but I'm like, it might hop and that would be annoying, right? But then you void upgrades will be a very good future thing for me. You know what I could probably do is you could be here and we could definitely void upgrade that stuff, right? Because I don't care about pointed dripstone all that much. Cool. And now we have like a super good way of doing that. So how do we make out on iron? 21 iron. Not terrible at all. Real quick, I will then do this. And then let's also do our copper that way. There we go. Forgot he likes to hang out in there. But at least I have enough copper now to like, you know. And then we're going to need like some speed upgrade kind of stuff for this. But we'll manage that in a minute, right? Like, then I can make another copper thingy Because I feel like using copper is the right course for this action right now. Like, yeah, super cool. Now, real quick while I'm here, let's take a look at gravel in a sieve. So flint will get me that, and then iron will get me all kinds of stuff. That's probably more junk than I want. So iron will stop with the pointed dripstone, which I think I'm cool with. And then it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 types. Then we're going to get a bunch of this stuff, which I kind of don't necessarily want. But like I won't mind too much. Now if we jump over to gold, gold mesh will also get me all that junk. And then a few other things. And then diamond still gives me the junk. And then netherite still gives me the junk. I'd rather not get that junk, but I guess I'm okay with it existing. We're just going to need more drawers to deal with it. I could probably do 2x2 drawers and functional storage them into a void, and that would be cool. Right? And then let's do a copper hammer. Dude, I want to make sure that's still available. You guys are all done. Cool. I should probably do gold next, too, so I can upgrade the furnace. But we'll, again, get there when we get there. So, more off-camera, just this. Smelting and sieving and getting all the resources ready. When I come back, we'll upgrade all our meshes to iron. Actually, you know what? It's already wrapping up point for the episode. I can't imagine how that happened. This episode went by super fast in my brain. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to wrap up here, come back next time, and I will be ready to make meshes at the beginning of next episode. For now, take it easy.